Hi there, Matt here, the Webshop Mechanic. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about why most e-commerce stores fail. Stay tuned. Yes, hi there, welcome back. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about failure. Now, I don't really like talking about failure, but we need to address the elephant in the room because a lot of e-commerce stores do actually fail. It all ends in tears. And part of the reason is because, you know, the owners of these stores are trying to rush things and they don't have the fundamentals in place. So I'm here to help you along your journey to make sure you're ticking the right boxes with your e-commerce store and you're not making those expensive mistakes that many others have made. Now, Forbes published a statistic which is quite scary about a year ago that said 90% of e-commerce stores actually fail. Now, that is not a very nice statistic. It's very sad, and it's sort of, when you hear a statistic like that, you think, God, blimey, why am I even bothering? But I can tell you now, the success stories are out there, and if you put the right systems and processes in place and focus in the right areas, you can make a success of your e-commerce store. So it's all good. It's all good, and it's all very exciting. Now, I'm going to talk you through 3 reasons why the majority of e-commerce stores fail. So let's crack on with it. Reason number 1, they target the wrong customer, or they don't have a customer in mind. Now, if you don't know who you are selling to, if you don't understand that person, if you don't have a target, something to aim for, and you don't know what that person wants and how, what makes them tick, how can you ever sell something to them? So I come across a lot of e-commerce store owners where I ask them who their target customer is, and they go, oh, well, it's women aged between 25 and 45. It's this, it's that, it's this type of person. Well, not being funny, women aged 25 to 45 shop in completely different ways as they go on throughout their life. They'll have different shopping habits, they'll have different lifestyle habits. Work changes, income changes, it's completely different. So you need to drill down and find your target customer. You need to zero in and have a customer profile, or a customer avatar, as they call it in the marketing world, and make sure you have a list of who, give them a name and sort of, give them a name and sort of say, okay, this person is called Jenny or David. This is where they work. This is how much they earn. This is where they live. This is what they're interested in. This is their beliefs. This is their hobbies. This is where they spend time online. This is where they spend time offline. This is how many children they've got. These are the brands that they associate themselves. So as you actually build that picture of your target customer, that means that gives you more ammo to go and create better content that's more targeted to what they need. You can tweak your content on your product descriptions. Your social media is more refined. So everything, all your marketing messaging is more targeted towards that person. And when they see your website, or they see your products, or they see your marketing, they want to be able to feel like you are talking to them. If you are not talking to them and you're saying, say for example, someone's looking for cat products, cat food, and then suddenly they go on your website and it's more targeted to dog owners. It's that type of thing. It doesn't make sense. They'll just run a mile. So I know you want to capture as many people as possible, and we all want as many sales as possible, but you need to have a laser guided focus on your target customer, because I'm telling you now, if you don't, you will fail. But if you do that, you can always build out from there. So start small and grow big. Number 2 is the fact that store owners are always trying to rush the process. They're always trying to push the sale. Now, I know in the world of e-commerce, we are in the sales game. We are trying to get people to spend money online, okay? I'm not disputing that fact. However, think of it this way. If someone walked up to you in the street and you had never met them before, you didn't know them from Adam, you don't trust them, and they tried to sell you something, would you buy from them? Most likely not. I wouldn't have thought many people would actually buy from some stranger they just met in the street. Now, it's the same online. Just because somebody lands on your e-commerce store, it doesn't mean to say they trust you. They know nothing about you. They've literally just landed there. So is it likely they're going to, buy and convert first time round? No. So most average e-commerce store conversion rates are around 2 to 4%, okay? So which means that 96 in every 100, at least 96 in every 100, are going away without buying. So In order to get those people back, we need to get them onto an email list. If we get people onto an email list or we get people to follow us on social, that means we can continue that conversation and we can build that trust over time. If you just try to rush the sale and send someone on, like from an ad or from a social media post, if you send them to the product page and it's just a case of, right, take it or leave it, take it or leave it, they're going to leave it majority of the time. So what we need to do is we need to make sure we get people on the site. We need to build trust when they're there. We need to tell people about you and about the business, not just sell products. So the homepage, for example, is not a sales page. It's a hook page. It's like a shop window. It's supposed to entice you in. So it can, yes, it can have product on there. There's no problem with that. But also have something like an about section on there where it tells the story and have some social element to it as well and some social proof. So, all that is kind of a jigsaw that people, people see in front of them, and it all adds up, and that means that they can build more trust with your online store. And obviously, if you get people on that email list, which is the most important thing beyond, I would say, beyond sales, because sales will come further down the line when they trust you. But if you can get them on your email list, you've got that opportunity to carry on with that relationship, that conversation. You own that relationship, so you can send emails, and it's very, very low cost. You can send them whenever you want, and that gives you the chance to build more loyalty further down the line. And number 3 is loyalty. It is a lack of loyalty. E-commerce stores fail because they are not looking after their customers. Did you know it's 5 times more expensive to acquire a new customer than it is to get somebody who's an existing customer to buy something from you? Okay, if you retain your customers, if you look after them, if you make them feel special after the first purchase, then they are going to come back and buy more from you. It's as simple as that. You must have heard of the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, okay? 80% of your revenue will come from just 20% of your customers. And it is true. Sometimes I've even seen it 90-10 actually. Okay, so you need to make sure that you look after your customers. Don't just, when someone buys a product, don't just lump them on an email list and then keep bombarding everybody with the same message. Try to segment your customers based on what they've purchased. Okay, so if they purchased a specific type of product, try to send them something which is more related to that product. Maybe if it's a fashion garment, if it's a dress, try to send them an email with some accessories that will complement it. If it's something to do with a specific type of dog, then send them something that's related to that type of dog. Yes, it does take more work. Yes, it does take more planning and more thinking. However, your customers will thank you for it because they will feel like you're talking to them. They will feel like you understand them, and they will come back and spend more with you. So there you have it. There's 3 reasons why e-commerce stores fail. Number 1 is the wrong target customer. You've got to have the right target customer, otherwise it's going to be an uphill struggle. Number 2 is the fact that many e-commerce store owners just try to rush the process of the sale, and it's not about how quickly you can get them to put their hand in their pocket and convert into an order. It's about how we can build that relationship, how we can get people onto an email list, and how we can continue that conversation. Because the longer you've got with people, the more time you spend with them, the more touches they have of your business, the stronger the relationship they will have with you and you will have with them. And then finally, the third one is all about the loyalty. You need to make sure that if you're gonna drive your revenue upwards and drive your sales in the most profitable way, you need to make sure that you look after your customers and you treat them like royalty, because they will be loyal if you actually go to that effort and spend more time with them. So I hope you found this video useful. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell downstairs as well, because obviously you want to be notified when there's a new video, and stay tuned and I'll be back soon. Take care.